Oh, hello, hello. Okay, I'm back, kind of. So I was gonna record yesterday, but I got a bit tipsy. It was the day after my birthday, so I don't know, I had a fucking headache. I didn't take my meds, so it wasn't a good idea to stream then, or not stream, record. And so I decided to put it off today because I did not have work today because of the storm, so that worked out fine. Um, but I did to kind of summarize what I was doing this past week. I went to New York City for my birthday, and let's see, I got there. I flew out on the 22nd, and I had to fly back out on the 24th. It was we planned to stay longer, but because of the storm, we had to fly out early, and we just barely escaped New York. We were our flight got canceled 4 times, and it was. And we flew out. Well, I think we flew out of JFK. I think they said that we were like one of the what was it? The not JFK, the airport we flew into. I can't remember. There's like 3 different airports. I can't remember, but that one canceled about like 93% of their flights. So we were pretty fortunate to get back in time. But what I did there, the big thing is that I wanted to go back to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I went there in 2019. Last time I went to New York. Unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of time. I only had like 3 hours, which is if you've been there, you know that's not a lot. But I did manage to go. I mean, I did manage to see most of what I wanted to revisit, at least. Mainly the arms and armor wing. Yeah, you see those videos of like fat women stimming in a ball pit. That would be me in the arms and armor wing of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I also went to the Guggenheim. It was a little underwhelming. They were renovating it, so like half of the floors there was nothing there, and it was loud. You heard fucking drilling and shit. But I still liked what I saw there. Okay, I'll get into my thoughts of the day. So I have to pull up the image of the day. There we go. And just a warning, I'm gonna be really fucking chuddy this this episode because of recent events. Well, in regards to what you're thinking of, I'll just say that I was told for the past 6 years that I'm not allowed to give a fuck about anything that does not directly affect me. So I guess I just gotta take their advice now. That like, okay, it doesn't directly affect me, so fuck it. I'm not allowed to care. So I guess so you can't fucking bitch about me not caring about this, but something that like, I mean, just in the wake of all that, something that has been bothering me with a certain demographic of people that I routinely run into, being someone who's fucking autistic and into the arts and anything niche or weird or creative. There's a certain demographic of people, you'll probably catch on quickly who I'm referring to, and they often they're known for doing extremely fucking embarrassing shit all the time and getting rewarded for it. And one of those things that I've noticed that doesn't quite get called out very often is just the flagrant open e-begging for like, just because none of them can fucking work. So they just have on their public profiles, they just have shit about like asking for donations to move or to pay for utilities, and a lot of times to pay for facial feminization surgery. And I don't know. I had these people fucking like get on my ass about really just anything, and I just respond to them like, because that's in their fucking bio, and I'm like, doesn't it just bother you, any of you, that you're just like a net negative to everything, in every measurable metric? Because like e-begging is pretty taboo, right? I mean, as someone who's chronically online, that's like something that people get a lot of shit for, is e-begging. But every single fucking one of them is just like, that's right there. And you can't tell me that it's like, oh, they're reaching out to their friends and family. Well, not family. They're reaching out to their friends or their community for help, for shit. But it's like, okay, but in that case, why is that public? That's front and center on their profile. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of the people who, for some fucking reason, donate to these things, they're not personal friends of these people. They're strangers. And they're giving them money because of what they are, not who they are. And it just baffles me, because if you're anyone else, you would not like, I mean, I guess I have seen people like fundraise for like, it's different when it's like, okay, if someone's like trying to fundraise for surgery or for a family member, that's a bit different. But this is just like every little fucking thing. They have to fucking suck dick on the internet. And I mean, honestly, if they were just on the street like offering to suck people's dicks as they're walking by to pay for plastic surgery, that would be a way more fucking dignified than having a GoFundMe link on their fucking profile. And they all do this. So, but that got me thinking. It got me thinking because of another demographic of people close to my heart that have there's actually quite a bit overlap. And I was just thinking, I have never seen someone who would self-identify or be identified or described as an incel putting on their fucking public profile a GoFundMe to pay for plastic surgery. That is, like, I have never seen that even entertained, hypothetically. So for this episode, let's go. I'm going to try it. I'm going to start my own fucking fundraiser. I'm going to see it as a social experiment to see what would fucking happen. All right. Oh, okay, hold on. I don't care. Oh my god. Fucking, okay, I don't... Please. Yes! No, fuck my ass. Okay, I'm not paying attention. I have two screens I'm looking at. Okay. By the way, I'm doing this on a burner account because there's no fucking way I would attach my real name and face to this. Which kind of gives you an idea. Okay. Alright. Create without chat. Okay. Do I have to have my zip code? I don't think I have to. Okay. I'll do medical. Kind of. Why does Ukraine Relief have its own category? I guess wishes. Okay, I think wishes is a bit... If you do it as medical, I feel like that would go over pretty well. Or pretty poorly. I won't complete all required fields. Do I have to give my fucking zip code? Do I really have to? Okay. Ugh. I mean, I could just do a random one. Hold on. Where's my phone? Hold on. Sorry, I lost my fucking phone. Hold on. Let me, okay, here, I'll just pick a fucking random zip code. What's the most incel state? Indiana. Indiana zip codes. Okay, let's see. Because I'm not using my real one. 987 zip codes, for example. Okay, I'll just use that one. Fuck it. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'll just use that one. Because I'm not fucking putting my... Alright, there we go. Saved as draft. For myself. Enter amount. Okay, so here's the fun part. So, I'm trying to figure out how self-pitying I should make this. So my idea for this is to have 3 different procedures that I think cover the bases. So let's see. There's double jaw surgery, double orthographic surgery. There's hair transplants and rhinoplasty. So off the top of my head, I think double jaw surgery is expensive as fuck. Elective especially. That's probably gonna be. Let me just hear. Let me ask fucking Braves AI. I mean, off the top of my head, it's gonna be like 50K or something, right? Let's see. Yeah, 20,000 to 40,000. That's okay. So I'll do 30,000, and for a decent hair transplant, depending on where you get it, typically in like outside the U.S., it's gonna be about $10,000 for about 3,500 grafts. Don't ask me how I know this. And for rhinoplasty, probably be 5,000. So that's gonna be $45,000. That's being conservative. Okay, continue. I don't want to I don't want to show my files. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, so I added that as the. So I don't know. I was debating if I should have like a face attached to this, but I don't know. I was thinking of having an AI generated fucking persona to go with this, but normally I would think that would tip off people that this is a scam. But then again, those Somali daycares, they fucking have AI generated people and they're totally legit. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna have here. I'll just do this. Okay. Let me. I'm not. I was thinking of having Chat GPT spit this out, but I'm gonna do this the real way because I don't. Again, I want this to be as authentic as possible. Because for this to see the responses I would get. Let's see. Hello. My name is. I will here no. To protect. Fuck, I'm retarded. My identity. I will only go by as J and not provide any photographs of me. Here, I'll just protect my privacy, not identity. I spell identity wrong because I'm an actual retard. Privacy. I swear I can type better than this. I know that people are gonna be watching this, so I'm not like 10 people are gonna be watching this. So I can't fucking type. I hope you understand. I am 24 years old and a self-described in. Okay, I don't. Should I specify? Should I specify? If I use the word incel, I feel like that's just gonna immediately tip people, like just fucking piss people off. Even though, I mean, there are attempts to make it more of a neutral term. So, but I want to make it clear that this is like to get a girlfriend. So let me think. And I really here. Okay, I really struggle. Where's my fucking autocorrect? Okay, I really struggle with my body image and confidence. And most of my life I have been described as unattractive. One. Okay. Also, it's cold as fuck here, so I'm shivering. Okay. Described as unattractive. I have never been able to make friends easily. Well, I mean that's honest. That's like a realistic thing someone would say. Okay, I'll just say I'll never make friends easily, and I have been unable to attract or make friends easily or attract a girl. And and it's and I have come to believe it is because of my appearance. I work in retail. Hold on. I work in retail. Here. Again, I don't know how like much of a sob story should make this. If he's 24, that means he just got out of college or he is in college. But let me think. Here, I'll bump up the age. Okay. I graduated university a couple of years ago and have been unable to find consistent employment. So it is very difficult for me to save money for the 3 procedures I am hoping for. Again, that's like, again, realistic. I mean, people will understand. That's a lot of people's situation right now, so hopefully that, again, I have a severe underbite and would require orthognathic surgery to correct, but my insurance will not cover it. But not severe enough for my insurance to cover. Oh, hello. Sorry, I have a crested gecko next to me, and he's walking around. Sorry. Insurance to cover it. And the quote I received is a minimum of $30,000. Let's see. I started losing hair at age 15, which is, again, a realistic scenario. And I was quoted for, and I have been on medication to halt for 4 or 5 years. But I need a hair transplant, which would cost around about $10K if done in Turkey or Thailand. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay. And I also have a very what's a good word to describe this? A very I don't want to say cartoonish. Because cartoonish sounds too over the top. A very large, I just say a very large nose, and I was consulted, and from my consultation, what are you looking at? Sorry. It would cost, he knows, okay, he sees the goofy ass shit I'm up to. Okay. It would cost around $5K. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I feel like that's pretty reasonable to ask. I mean, okay, let me be clear by this. I think you should pay for your own shit. I mean, I've done that. I won't go into details, but I don't know. I don't want to make this too over the top as a sob story, because I wanted to just the notion of asking for this is absurd to me, and I think it's absurd to most people. But I'm just gonna see. But then again, I mean, it depends on who you are. So, okay, how should I end this? Hello, Odyssey. I just want to be happy with how I look and move on with my life. So I figured it would not help to, or not hurt to ask if anyone is willing to help me out a little. Thank you. I see you. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Okay. All right. I should leave it as it is. Okay. All right. Support. Okay. You know what? Sure, I'll go with that. Uh, your starting goal. Oh, okay, so I guess like that's the eventual goal, and it starts off at 1,000. Okay, I think that's it. So I mean, if I don't think this. I mean, I'll. I mean, if someone just like some fucking imbecile decides to sponsor the fucking donate to this, I'll refund them. I mean, I could cancel. I'm sure you can cancel it easily, right? Hopefully, I hope. So, I mean, I genuinely cannot think of a single fucking person who would willingly put money to this. Because if you're an incel, you're not gonna like you're gonna pay for your own shit. You need this shit for yourself. So you're gonna save for it. You're not gonna give it to someone else, unless you're like wealthy. And if you're wealthy, then you've already paid for it, I guess. And I don't know. I mean, there could be someone who went through this when they were younger and they've acquired wealth and they like want to help someone out. I doubt that because I mean, in my experience, there's so many guys who were self-described incels, and then they get a girlfriend and then they shit all over everybody else who was in their position 4 months ago. So I think that's unlikely. And then if you don't identify with any of this at all, you're not gonna fucking empathize with him. So yeah, I'll see what I'll see what happens. Okay. I'll do that later. I have like a bunch of Google Voice numbers. I'll fucking send that. Okay. I will update. I will update on this because I'm curious. I mean, I'm mostly expecting nothing and just comments telling me to kill myself. So that's about what I expect, and that's probably the correct, honestly, the correct response to this. So, okay, I'll finish setting it up. Setting that up off camera. So, okay, I'll actually fucking talk about movies now. All right, so I kind of want to start talking about movie news, but I don't know if I talked about this on the pilot. I'm not really sure if I should do that because I just don't know if it's worth giving attention to. Because I used to be very invested in like the studio politics of Hollywood. Like I was really passionate about when Disney bought Fox, and I was getting into arguments of people over it, and like the how like box office and like more so like how Marvel was killing cinema and shit like that. And now I just think that I just don't give a fuck about any of that. Like I really do not give a shit about like what Disney's doing or what like if like Netflix buying Warner Brothers. I there's like this take I keep saying that really fucking pisses me off. Like people doomsaying about they use cinema specifically, not Hollywood cinema, because like Marvel movies aren't doing as well and they aren't not as good. I'm like, if anything, that's the fucking indication of the opposite. But saying all that, I am interested. I am kind of in terms of like hate, not hate watching, but hate anticipating Nolan's Odyssey. Because I don't know, everything about it so far just screams bad fucking creative decisions. Everyone's complaining about the costumes. My take on that is that the issue is not that it's inaccurate. It's just that it looks like something out of the fucking Eternals. I should pull this up actually. Hold on. Because people were shitting on the helmet from Agamemnon, or however you say it. Oh, fuck, Tom Holland. But this is like, I saw this one screenshot that was like inexcusable. Not that. Where was it? There was this. Fuck. I mean, that looks like shit, but there was a clip I saw from the trailer. He was wearing this breastplate that literally looked like out of a fucking Marvel movie. Where was it? I mean, that does look pretty bad, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Anyway, but I don't know. There was a lot of people who were like being apologetic to this project until like this. I think I don't know if they released a new clip or trailer. I looked through them, and all the old trailers came out in December, but apparently people are really mad that Travis Scott is in this. And to me, it's like, look, just like it's not like, I don't see how this is more egregious than every other casting decision made for this project. So I guess people are still mad about the Astroworld thing, but I guess apparently I did not watch Tenet, but apparently he did some music for it, so that's why he's in here. I don't understand why directors feel like they have this fucking blood oath to every single person they worked with. Like, if you can, I mean, like with like Yorgos Lanthimos, he's fucking Emma Stone. So I understand that he wants to put his fuck buddy in his movies, and she inflates the budget. So I mean, at least I get it. He's getting something out of that. But it's like, okay, like Travis Scott made like a track for Tenet, so now he's gonna be in, like, have a cameo in the Odyssey. Like, you don't need to fucking do that. He worked with Ellen Page once in Inception. Now he has to put her in this movie, and I'm like, okay, it's having her in this movie now. Just that alone tells me that you're not taking this fucking project seriously. Like, let alone like the costumes, like the fucking McDonald's wrapper, like having like a little boy with silicone abs and a smoker's voice in this fucking project that you're expecting people to watch and not treat it as a fucking farce is really indicative of, I guess, where his head is at. I don't know. I'm kind of debating if I should go see it just to hate watch it, because I got dragged to Oppenheimer and I thought it was pretty bad. And I'm way more invested in the Odyssey than fucking the story. I mean, I've seen quite a few adaptations, and this is a reminder to watch Nostos if you haven't. By the way, I actually added a lot of the stills on IMDb years ago. And yeah, this is on YouTube. Go watch it. It's not that long. It's like 80 minutes, or like it's less than 90 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Or an hour 25, yeah. It's pretty I mean, people probably think it's artsy fartsy and gay. But if you want like a more fateful adaptation, I would recommend no, not that. Or fuck me in the ass. What? Where'd it go? Ugh. Whatever. Okay, I recommend fuck my. I'm so bad at this. Okay. I would recommend watching the 1968 miniseries, Italian miniseries, if you want a more fateful adaptation of the Odyssey and not like gay artsy fartsy crap. But I don't know. Maybe if there's, I don't know. That movie's gonna be like 4 hours long. It's gonna be a fucking slog to get through, I bet. But I don't know. Maybe if I can get like a friend to go see it with me, I'll go watch it to hate watch it. But okay, now I'll go over what I watched this week. It's been kind of stressful, even though I was on vacation, but I was terrified I was going to be stranded in New York. But for my birthday, I watched a film I was trying to watch for a very long time. Sorry. And that is Stranger in the Fog by Bayram Beyzai. I believe that's how you say his name. I've seen a couple of films by him. My favorite, a great film that he did called Death of Yazgurd, which is based off a play. It's sort of like the premise of that one is that it's set at the very end of the Achaemenid Empire, the last Zoroastrian empire of Persia, before it converted to Islam. And the king is found dead in a miller's home. It's the miller, his wife, and his daughter. It's those three characters, and they're talking to soldiers, magi, I think the prince, and they're asking him why is the king dead in their house, and each one has a different conflicting story. And at one point, the father says he's the king and he took this place, and It's sort of like Rashomon in a way. And it's very great. It's very talky. It's obviously, I was not surprised to learn it was based on a play. Uh, Recently, Red Letter Media did a video on season 1 of Deep Space Nine. And they talked about the episode Duet, and based on that, it actually reminded me a lot of Death of Yasgurd. But I really love that one. I really hope that one gets restored, because this got restored by Janice. Pretty great restoration, and that one really needs it, because the file I watched had like the reels broken up, and I've never seen that in a digital file. He also did a movie. I need to watch Oh, there it is. Death of Yasgurd. That's a great movie. I need to watch Ballad of Terra. And what was the other one? Oh, Bashu, Little Stranger. I watched this one. That one's all right. But this one was pretty great. It's a little long. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes. It could probably be cut down a little bit. That's a very hackneyed criticism, but that's just how I felt. But it's not very story driven. It's kind of it's definitely a lot weirder than I expected. I don't know where it was shot or set, because I mean, despite being an American, I'm aware that Iran is not the Sahara, that there's trees and mountains there, but I don't know where it is. It's super like wet and densely forested. I the only thing I could find is that it was shot somewhere around the Caspian Sea, but it did not look anywhere. It didn't even look Mediterranean wherever they shot this at. But and there's like weird like folk rituals, and it's like not definitely like pre-Islam. Not even like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this. This looks like, it reminds me of like almost like Bulgarian folk traditions. I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, this guy's a weird fucking costume. But yeah, the restoration's gorgeous, and the lead actress is hot as fuck too. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. What's her name? Parvane Masumi. I seen another movie with her in it, by Mohsen Matmabov, who's another great Iranian filmmaker. But I quite like this one. I didn't like it as much as Yasgurd, even though it looks a lot better, to be honest. I was really surprised Janice picked this up. It took me fucking forever to watch this. They restored it and they released it like in 2024. And I wasn't able to see it until more recently. I don't know what they're planning on doing with that was. I don't think they released it on their streaming service yet. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, speaking of restorations and screenings, this fucking killed me. When I was in New York, Deaf Crocodile, they restored all of the short films by Yuri Norstein, who's one of my favorite animators. And while I was there, they screened them at the Museum of the Moving Image, but they announced it like the day before while I was there and I couldn't make it because I scheduled something else beforehand. And it's like, if they announced it like a week earlier, I would be able to fucking attend that. And also, Isao Yamada also was screening something. It's like, can you fuckers like announce it like a week in advance? Because I don't know. I guess if you're in a New Yorker, that's convenient, but it's like, I don't know. I don't get to come here very often, so that pissed me off. By the way, I think one of the founders of Deaf Crocodile follows me on Letterboxd, because years and years ago, like in 2017, I watched and reviewed Son of the White Mare, and like the guy commented telling me, "Oh yeah, we're restoring that," and like 3 years later they released it. I don't think he probably doesn't follow me anymore because of the horrific shit I write on my profile, but there's a non-zero chance he'll hear this. So if you hear this, please don't fucking announce shit the day of. Sorry. I don't know, that pissed me off because I would have loved to have gone to that, but okay. I also watched this adaptation of Hamlet by Grigor. Maybe I shouldn't be public speaking when I can't fucking pronounce words. Okay, Grigory Koznitsev. Fucking whatever. God damn it, whatever. Um, this was pretty good. It was all right. uh, I really watched it for the photography. What sold me on watching it was this fucking scene. The scene where he sees his father's ghost is really fucking great. I guess this is probably my favorite adaptation I've seen so far. I haven't seen the Kenneth Branagh one yet, and I'm sure there's another noteworthy one that's on my watch list I haven't seen yet. But yeah, I guess if you like, there's that. I mean, I don't think it used because this is in Russian, so I don't think they used the actual prose from Shakespeare. They had to make quite a bit of changes to it. But I'm pretty sure it follows the story pretty closely from what I remember. I haven't read. I had to read Hamlet like in like what 11th grade. I don't really remember a lot. I feel like people are biased against Shakespeare because their only exposure to it is it being poorly read aloud by people who can't fucking read or enunciate. I mean, I'm one to talk with this fucking stream, but like they're in 11th grade and they can't read a fucking sentence out loud. It's like, I get if it's like one or two of you are retarded, but it's like 80% of the class can't, or like they're scared of public speaking, but like no one can fucking read a fucking sentence out loud. Like, holy shit. Anyway, I also watched Killer Constable by Chi Huing Kwe. I think that's how you say it. I probably pronounced that better than the Russian name. This director, he's mostly known for his like horror black magic stuff, notably The Boxer's Omen, which is amazing if you haven't seen it. And that's actually Boxer's Omen's actually a sequel to a film he did called Bewitched. And he also did another one with what's the one with the frogs called? It's like something really generic like Curse of Evil or something. But he's mostly known for horror, so this is more kind of wuxia, not really wuxia. It's not really fantasy, like period martial arts. It's pretty graphic, but it's well shot. There's some good action in it. It kind of what was that movie called? I swear, I have a like when I'm not recording, I have like a photographic memory. When I have a fucking mic in front of my face, I can't speak, I can't remember shit. Fucking pisses me off. What was that movie called? Like something in autumn. I don't know. It's not really a martial arts movie. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. But if you're like a fan of like the King Hu stuff, like Dragon Inn and Touch of Zen, you would probably enjoy this. It's a bit more gory and over the top. There's I'll try not to spoil too much of it, but there's a really great scene towards the end where it's the protagonist is trying to kill one character, and there's like 40 fucking bodyguards just piling on top. He's like struggling to kill this one guy, and there's like a million people getting in the way, and that's really well done and executed. So, yeah, if you're into that, watch that. Okay, now we're gonna get into the. Oh, sorry, fuck, that scared me. That was my laundry. Now we're gonna get into the fucked up shit I watched. Okay. I don't say this lightly. I've seen a few thousand movies. I think I'm pretty well versed. I've seen a lot of weird, fucked up shit. So when I say this, I'm not saying this lightly. This actually feels like pure distilled mental illness put to tape. I actually don't even really have a lot to say about it because it's just like actual fucking madness. Like I'm the only other thing I can think of. I mean, at least I don't know if this is a good comparison, but The President Goes to Heaven also felt like pure schizophrenia, but that at least had a story and it had like ideas it was trying to convey. This was like again, I know this is hackney, but it genuinely feels like something made by a serial killer. Because if you actually look at serial killer art, it's retarded. It's like it's not. It's just pure childish indulgence, and Oh man, there's a stop motion sequence in this. There's not even a lot of stills I can show you. Uh, but there was a stop motion sequence. Hold on, it reminded me of this guy. So there was this guy named Dolly Flesh. Oh god, who did these like stop motion claymation shorts. Hold on. And he I don't know if he went to prison for this, but he like tortured hamsters or something. Of course, why is Brave's fucking image results so fucking shitty? Okay. One. It's called like Itchy the Clown. What is it? Okay, fuck you. I don't know. Save search should not be on. It's off. Okay, I don't know. Fucking Brave sucks. Okay. But it genuinely reminded me of that because if like there with stuff like this, there's no like artistic flourishes. It's pure. It's so. It's like it says documentary right there. You could fool you because it's so voyeuristic and devoid of intent outside of just like leering at a pair of breasts. It's I don't want to fucking talk about it anymore. I know it's like apparently okay. I think a reason why it's so shitty and disjointed is because it's I think it was like this was 2015. This is one of his later projects. I'm not really familiar with this guy yet, unfortunately. But I believe what it is that it's like leftover cut content from other shit he's made and he just slapped it together and you can fucking tell. It's like a Seth MacFarlane's cavalcade of cartoon comedy, but but it's called The Toxic Retard. The Toxic Retards. Speaking of toxic retards, I'm a fucking retard. Okay. Another fucked up piece of shit is Dog Dick. I follow this guy on Instagram. He's an interesting fella, James Bell. He kind of does his own. He does like extreme splatter, shot on video stuff with his wife, and he does all his own effects. You can actually buy props from him. I actually considered buying a prop from him recently, but I'm pissed off because he made he made a post recently on Instagram about how he actually considers this to be his weakest film, and how he doesn't disown it, but he's not proud of it. And I'm pissed off because he made it for free on Internet Archive, but I was an idiot and I forgot he did that. So I actually paid $3 to watch this on his website. So I feel like a fucking idiot. But I mean, to be fair, I've seen a lot worse than this. It's very much. He's very obviously trying to kind of emulate like Trash Humpers or something like that. Or it remind me a lot of Julian Donkey Boy, but much shittier. Um, I mean, I don't know. People on Letterboxd are like really fucking angry at this about how it's exploitive. I don't give a fuck. So to be honest, oh yeah, that's another one of his films. I have seen what was it? Tantrum. I think that was the first thing you saw, and it was alright. As far as like extreme low budget splatter shit goes, it wasn't that bad. I will say that Brian Pollan's pretty, in terms of like that genre, he's pretty up there. I've seen a couple of his films, but he's not a great filmmaker or storyteller, but he really, I mean, his movies are basically just an excuse for effects, and he's really fucking talented at those effects. So it's like, just those alone are worth the price of admission. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of excusable how shitty his movies are, because I mean, he knows what you're watching them for, and he's really, really talented in that regard. So I would check him out if you're interested. Okay. Lastly, what's my time? Okay. All right. So lastly, I'll talk about the movie I watched right before I started recording, Furious, which is a fucking baffling movie. I don't know. I heard about this years and years ago. It's been in my watch list for a long time, And when I was in Atlanta to go watch Resurrection, I stopped by a video store and they had Blu-rays for sale, and this is one of them. So I bought it. I feel kind of cheated because this is shot in. I don't know if it's shot on video, but the Blu-ray is just like like it looks like this. It looks like a VHS rip. I don't know if like I don't know if it was shot on film and the original like prints were gone. I get that probably is the case. I wouldn't be surprised because it looks like shit. But okay, sorry, I'm dying. All right, I was worn out by my incel screed I wrote. Um, if I if I were to summarize this fucking thing, is it's painfully awkward. It reminded me a lot of Blood Beat. And that's probably because there's classical music playing nonstop throughout the whole fucking thing. And it's only an hour and 13 minutes. It feels both shorter and longer than that. It, I mean, it's not even really worth talking about the fucking plot because it feels like it doesn't feel like a movie with scenes or arcs and ebbs and flows. It just feels like one long scene that changes location, if that makes any fucking sense. That's probably because of the score. The score probably doesn't fucking help with that. But like this is definitely a case of like you have talented martial artists, but it is it's shot and presented in the worst possible way. And it doesn't help, again, constant fucking classical music and it's the entire the soundscape of this movie. There's long stretches of no dialogue for no reason. I thought it was going to be a wordless movie for the first 20 minutes, but there is dialogue technically, but it's very sparse and pointless. So you have that. You have classical music playing nonstop, and every single there's a fuck ton of fighting. It's nonstop fucking kung fu, and every single impact is just like slap sounds, and it's just like fucking awkward nonsense. I don't know why they made this. It's like, I'm not. This is definitely like someone who's really into Best of the Worst is gonna put this on. I'm like, dude, this reminds me of The Room. Anyone who compares a quote unquote bad movie to The Room needs to be fucking shot. I'm just gonna say that. But at least it's short, but it's complete fucking nonsense. There's one scene. They built like this whole fucking dragon for like 3 seconds. I don't know why. I don't know if they cut. I mean, it's only an hour and 13 minutes. So I don't know why they like cut it so thin. If they, I mean, it doesn't look great, but they must have spent a fucking huge amount of time on it. Oh yeah, this movie's also infamous because there's like chickens that get inserted into the fight scenes. I don't know why. There's one scene I liked where a guy acts like a magician, turns himself to a pig by accident. I like that. There's like this. I don't know what the fucking plot was. It was like this guy is like using radio waves to like control people to kung fu fight for him or something. It was like Decoder, the German movie, but I don't. It was everything in this is so poorly communicated. I don't know. I probably made a mistake watching this by myself, but whatever. I do wish it was. Yeah, that's the Blu-ray I got. I feel kind of gypped, to be honest. Because I was hoping, oh, this is like a restoration from a 35mm print, and that's not what I got. So maybe that might have soured my opinion a little bit, but I don't know. We'll fucking watch it if you want. I don't give a shit. Okay, I made it into under an hour. All right, I'll finish the GoFundMe off screen, and I'll try to watch more shit this week. I wasn't able to watch a whole lot last week, but But I also I need to. I haven't given an update on like my projects. I haven't. I was kind of trying to chill last week for my birthday. So I'm gonna try to get back on top of shit this week, and so I'll update, give some updates on that. But okay, I'll play the outro song. This is the same. I tried this song 2 fucking times, and I figured out why it wasn't playing. It's because I had it on mute output. So now the fucking outro song should fucking work now. So, okay. All right. Bye.
ちないそん